Hello, let's do Wordle for Friday, January 2nd. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with green. How many greens will we get? One green. And we learned something important, which is that not only is there not one E, there's also not two E's. Good information there. All right, with our second, normally I'd want to end in E, but we're not going to do that today. We already know there's no E, twice over. So, let's just think about common letters then. We need T, we need S, we need L. Those are the most common. P is common, C is common, H is common. Anything like that would be fine. Because none of these are going before the R. So we're going to have something like PR or CR. And then we need like T or S. Maybe we can do like a... Oh, I thought of crest. Oh, how about crust? Gets good consonants. I'm not super happy with the U, but vowels come as they come. It's not really a big deal. So let's guess crust here. Wow, nothing. Okay, so we just eliminated a ton of common letters. There's still the L. I mean, we could end in double L at this point. It might actually be reasonable. Something like frill. I thought of grill, but there's no G. Drill. There's actually a few of these, so it might be good to guess. Is there anything that... And anything that ends in Y, I wonder. I'm not like immediately seeing anything. Doesn't mean there isn't. It's just kind of a tough... There's crazy, but there's no C. Also, I don't really want to guess a Z right now. All right, actually, we're going to go with drill. I think I like the D better than the F. Wow, still nothing. Okay. Now we got to start wondering whether there's a repeated R, because we're kind of running out of letters, but... it could be one of those like OAs, ROA. Those are the two vowels left. What would we end in? We can't do broad anymore. Got rid of the D. What would we end in? F, no. H, definitely not. J, no. K, croak, but there's no C. Broke is not spelled that way. I don't think we can do K. Not Z, X, V, no. B, no. I don't think this is a word either. So not OA? Maybe OO. Broom. At this point, I'm just going to guess it because I thought of a word. Not broom, but it is double O. Okay. So probably no A. I mean, unless it's Aru. Was this one written by a dog? Aru. What are we ending in? That got rid of brook as well, which is nice. Proof. We can do proof for sure. Proof. What else can I think of? Because this is guess 5, so if there's 3 more words left, I need to pick one carefully. What can go before the R? That's kind of my first question. First, I'm going to think about vowels because I rarely think about vowels, so I'd like to. A rook, a roop, a roof, a roof, a roof. No, I don't think we can start with A. And then O definitely seems unreasonable. Okay. So WROO. It's a roof. Again. Rook. No, I don't think we're doing that. All right. Not Y. PROO. Proof I thought of. Is there another one? No. FROO. Frook. No. Froop? Is froop a word? Like you're froopy? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. HR, JR, KR, ZR, Zroom. XR, no. VR, Vroom. I think it accepts Vroom, actually, but there's no M. I think we're pretty safe with proof here. All right. We proved it was only proof, I think. We'll check with the bot. All right. Well, I was a little concerned just because we were getting nothing, but we got there. Double O was the key. So I tried double E. Should have tried double O. Should have done groon or something. All right. Well, first thing we're going to do is spin the wheel and see what we're starting with tomorrow. What will it be? All right. Fluid, suggested by Cindy Hobbs, a super sporter. All right. So if you'd like to follow along, start tomorrow with fluid. And we are going to do some analysis to see how we did today and how others did today. All right. So The answer was proof, and I guessed green. Is it just trial? Oh, trail, not trail or trial, but trail a little bit better as the follow-up. I did crust. Trail is great. I wish if I'd thought of it, I probably would have done trail. Craft is here, but not crust. All right, well, I did crust. See, the bottom of the list is 3.018. And crust is 3.061. Okay, so slightly worse. It should just droop from here. Once that double O. I did drill for double L. It says drawl here. I guess there's a lot of words with O remaining. I did drill. See, bottom is 2.6. Drill is 2.675. And then from here it says do broom. That's what I did. So broom guaranteed the answer. So that was a great one to guess. I didn't know that. We had arbor, armor, aroma, array, arrow, brava, bravo, brook, broom, promo, proof, proxy, and vroom. And somehow broom just completely separates all 13, which is insane. But there we go. It was only proof, and there was an unlikely prook. Proof was still a good guess to do, even if prook was the answer. So we were fine. It was only proof. Interesting. All right, I didn't go for the optimal words, but I did get it in. I didn't lose. It says trail here. Then after trail, we're going to go crumb. Droop is tied. But let's just pick the top one, and then droop, and then proof. Or it could get proof here. If it did droop here, do we do proof after that? Yeah, so it's going to be like a 4 or a 5, something along those lines. All right. It's just starting with tails. We go tails, and then crump, and then prion, and then proof. All right. Before prion, there were 6 possible words. Okay. Any other anagram of tails, like steel, will be the same because none of those letters are in proof. Adieu is all gray, so we go torch, and then growl, and then broom, and then proof. Broom is again, broom separating out a good number of words. Very interesting. Gotta remember that. All right, audio. We have the O. We're going to go for clone here. Clone would have lost on several traps, the OER and the OLLI trap, potentially. Shoot, getting that double O. So if you have an O in the middle, go for double O, I guess. And then broom, and then proof. Broom again. All right. Stare, a very common starting word. With the R, we're going to go grind here. And then crumb. This looks familiar. And then Riley, and then proof. All right. Just avoided broom. Oh, no. Crumb got rid of broom. Okay. And then trace tries to get it in 2. I don't think it does today. Grind, broom. There's that broom again. Proof. And finally, place is what the official bot starts with in hard mode. Place and then point. We could get proof in 3. It might do promo first and then proof. All right. Well, let's check with the official bot and see how people did today. Let me grab the screenshot while I'm here, just to streamline the analysis. Okay. Now we'll go to the bot. All right, 90 skill, not bad. 35 luck, 5 steps, unlucky. So how many start with green? 129. Trail being by far the most common follow-up. Like I said, if I'd thought of trail, I would have gone with that, almost certainly. Track, proud, trick, trash, braid, frost, crash, traps, and crust. So I'm not the only one who did crust, but it's kind of a rare follow-up. Trail is much more in line with what I'd normally guess. I just didn't think of it. Drill, they would have preferred broad. Broad's not bad, yeah. Drool, droop. All right. Got people going frail, aroma. All right. And then broom was an excellent choice. It's exactly what I would have picked. Solve it on the next turn, and I did. All right. It goes place point proof, so it does get lucky there. Doesn't go promo. 0.2% cheating with proof. Green is at 282. And we've got a 98.1% solve rate. Ooh, okay. People losing on promo, proxy, and prowl. All right, 98.1. Let's write that down. So we're going to go back, and we're going to... Actually, we're going to refresh. And then we're going to upload the screenshot so that we can see how people did in normal mode. All right, 8. It gave me a much lower skill score on normal mode because it probably wants a filler at some point. It would have gone coats here. Yeah, it used as a filler right away. So we have 199 people in normal mode. Again, trail, the most common follow-up. Track, proud, trash, trust, prick. Some other people doing crust, but not many. Trout, prowl. All right. Bipod would have been more efficient, sure. Proof, prole, broad. Broom is exactly what I would have picked, yeah. Slate, crony, plum. So plum is a filler here, and then proof. All right. And then we have a 0.3% cheater rate as normal. Oopsie, too far. 96.9 is much lower than 98.1. It's like 1.2% different, but still. People losing on promo, proxy, and prowl, and prook, and prong, and proud. All right, well, that's it for Wordle. How'd you do? And if you'd like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.